Welcome to Podcasting at KSQD. This is an easy guide that is meant to be used when you are making your first podcast. So please, if you do not have a show ready to podcast, don't watch this video yet because this is a how-to, and I want you to be able to go along with me and do your first podcast. So the first step always is going to be logging in at KSQD. The login button is at the bottom of the front page of KSQD, or you can use the direct link that I will give you in a minute. You log in and you will be able to access all of the back-end files of the website. Notice that I just put up this big pause button. As I said, this video is meant to be used in real time. Every time I put up this pause button, please go do what I asked you to do. So right now, please go log in. Search for the volunteer portal. Okay, so once you're logged in, you will have access to the volunteer portal. And there's this handy search box at the top right of the KSQD page that will find you anything, so you don't actually even need to have links. So search for the volunteer portal and click on the result, and you will get to the volunteer portal, which is your friend because it has all sorts of links and information on it. So please go click on the volunteer portal and scroll down to preparing audio and creating your podcast. All right, so you should have that file up. That file looks like this, okay? Podcast procedure with links. Now, first step on there is to log in. You've already done that, so you don't need to do it. We are going to go to step 2, unless you haven't logged in, and you can do that now. Step 2 is going to the server where all of our recordings are. And you will need to get the login and password from the volunteer portal because it is subject to change. But so if you click on the link right now, it's going to ask you for the login and password. So please go back to the volunteer portal and get that information and then log in. And you will see a list of shows, which hopefully will include your show. Click on it. Oh no, you might have gotten this scary box that says that your connection is not private. That is not important. Your connection is just fine. Click on Advanced and then click on Proceed to ksqd.info unsafe. Go do it. All right, so you are now inside of your shows folder. I'm going to show you that again. So you clicked on your shows folder, and then you get this very long list of recordings if you're Talk of the Bay and it's been going on for years. So you have to scroll down to the date of your show. So if you look at this list, you'll see that Talk of the Bay happened on 2021-01-04, that is January 4th, 2021, then January 5th, then January 6th. So you click on the date that you want. Go for it. All right, what happens next is actually dependent on your browser. I use the Chrome browser on a Mac, so that's what you're going to see, but it might auto-download. So you may see something that looks like this, a player, and it may auto-play, or you may actually have it downloaded, in which case you have to go open it and play it. So you're going to be listening to it playing. It may be auto-playing already, or you may have to go find it. However, once you play it, you are going to look for that timestamp where the show actually starts. Our recording software starts a few minutes early just in case there are issues. And so there's going to be a little bit of extra stuff at the beginning. As soon as your show starts, write down that timestamp because you are going to need it. All right, so if you did not already download it, it may auto-download, but if it didn't, those 3 dots let you download. If you click on them, you will see a download button and you'll download it and it will go wherever your computer is set up to put it, such as the downloads folder or your desktop. All right, so you need to go find it and rename it. And the reason for this is that you want to have it distinguished from the original recording. So I usually put the topic of the show or the name of the guest at the front of it and then keep the date on there because that's good information to have. Go do it. Now we have downloaded it and we're going to upload it again. Why are we going to do that? Because it's got a new name and we're going to get the timestamp in there. This is the server upload form. The link, the direct link to this form is on the podcast procedure page, and that's why you've got it open. So go open it up and we will go through all of these fields that you have to fill out. All right, choose your file. That's the one that you downloaded and renamed and got a timestamp from, right? Go choose it and click OK, and it won't do anything. Why not? Because you then need to choose the folder for upload. That is going to be the name of your show. So for me, I would choose Talk of the Bay. Then put in that timestamp that you wrote down. This is the important part because then people who click on your podcast will start at the beginning of your show rather than at the end of the last one. And finally, click Upload File. Notice that it will give you an error at the top of the page if you did not fill out all of these fields. So you need to fill them out. Except for the timestamp, it auto fills out 0 and 0. So if you don't want to use that, you don't have to. Go do it. Notice that the uploading is not immediate. It does take a minute, but at the end of the server form upload, you will see the upload path is, and then a nice blue link, or is that green? It's hard to tell. All right, so you will right click on that link to copy it. It's very important that you have that link copied to your computer's clipboard. Don't copy anything else. Don't close that window until you are sure that you need it. So keep this tab open until you're sure that you don't need it anymore. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to prepare your podcast post. Now, when you log in to KSQD, it automatically sends you to the back end. So if you still have that tab up in your browser, you can just click Add New under Posts. But if you don't have that tab up, you can go back to our guide in the volunteer portal and click on this direct link, which is the WP-admin, that's WordPress admin. That is the back end of our website. And then post-new.php. You don't have to type any of this. You can just click on the link or click on Add New if you are inside of the admin page. Go do it. All right, so now you are in Add New Post and you are going to put in some information. Add your title here. A title is going to be up on the main page of KSQD, so make it fun. It does not have to have your show name in it necessarily. Have important information in it, searchable information. Add your text below. I usually just use the promo text that I already have written up, and then I'll add a few things, maybe some links that my guests shared at the bottom. It doesn't have to be long, just a paragraph is fine. Go do it. Okay, beneath that, you are going to see podcast episode details, and you are going to paste that URL that is hopefully still in your clipboard into this box. You are not going to press the upload file button because remember, you already uploaded it, so you don't need to do that. All right, just put the URL in there, and then that's all you need to do. Next, we're going to look along the right side. So scroll back up. We're going to look along the right side. First, choose your category. I'm going to go through a few things here before I have you pause. Then choose the program, which is also under categories. So you're going to notice you're going to choose your program name twice. Then you're going to go to podcast series and choose your program name again because that's slightly different. Then you're going to add some relevant tags. So you might add a tag. If I did something about volunteerism, I might put volunteer, Santa Cruz, and families if it was about family volunteering. So notice that was 4 boxes down the right side. The all categories box where you choose the type of thing it is, the all categories program box where you choose the program that it's for, the podcast series box where you choose again your program name, and finally the tags. The tags are important, so please do add them. They make your podcast more searchable. Go for it. Do not choose a format. If you choose a format for some reason, it screws things up. So just don't choose it, all right? Then underneath that, you will see featured image. Featured image is so important. If you look at the KSQD page, it is beautifully full of images. Your image optimal size is about 1,000 to 1,600 pixels wide, 72 DPI. Okay, don't put something enormous or it'll be very slow. Don't put something tiny or it'll be all ugly and pixelated. You usually should have an image that you've been using for your marketing of your show. So I always get one from whoever I am interviewing and set it now. The upload process is pretty simple, so I'm not including screenshots of that. But if you have trouble with it, ask someone. All right, so next you're going to preview it because something always goes wrong. There it is, something always goes wrong. So preview it, you will be able to see what it looks like and it won't publish it or anything. Go do it. Next, you are going to either click Submit for Review or Publish. If you do not have publishing access on the server, you will see a button that says Submit for Review. And if you do have that button, then you should have a person that you are supposed to contact to go and approve your post. And I can't tell you who that is, but go find out who it is and send them an email with the link that you get once you submit for review. All right, once your post is published, it should be featured on the front page. So if you have to wait for someone, go look after they have told you that it's published, or if you have publish access, go do it right away, and there it is. You can click on it, and that link that it's at is a permalink. It will never change. That is the link that you can send to your guests or post on social media. To see all of your posts, you can always search for your name or program name, or use the program's drop-down menu. Notice something very important on the podcast procedure page. You should never have to use this video again. If you have used it to actually work on a podcast and put one up, then you should only have to go down to the bottom of the podcast procedure page, copy this list of 4 short steps, paste it into a file where you keep your notes. I keep them in Evernote or in Google Drive, but wherever you keep your notes, put it someplace, and then you can just log in, go download your unedited show recording, upload it, then make your podcast page, and there you go. That's all you need. So please go to that page now and copy it so you don't forget. And that's it. You're done. This is a really easy process. I hope this was clear to you, but if it's not clear, please do ask for help, because podcasting is how we get many of our listeners. Many listeners miss the live show, but they're interested in hearing it. So please do your podcasting, do your promotion, and bring more listeners to KSQD.